G'day and welcome to this special 40th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. This week, we do a really quick review of all of the Destiny news that's out, but most importantly, we spend it answering your questions and just talking bullshit like what we normally do. So if you're excited, if you're into that, if you asked a question, stay tuned and see if we answer. Peace. G'day and welcome to the 40th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. We're doing something a little bit different this week to celebrate this, but first comes first. Dudes, how are we both this week? And just allow me to readjust these frames on the thing. Yes.
I am half person and half salt.
Oh, because you've been playing Trials.
Because I've been playing, because I just tried to play the last Trials. Yes. The sweats are real. The sweats are uber real.
Welcome to Trials of Osiris.
And
what did
you know, all I could think is like when I got one shot sticky nade, when I got one shot shoulder charged, all I could think is thank God for the changes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your keyboard's uber loud at the moment.
Yeah, it's.
I'm aware.
I am aware.
I'm aware, and I don't care, sir.
Not a lot of fucks to give about it. Oh.
How are you, Sloth?
Oh yeah, I'm alright.
I love how you're always so enthusiastic.
Guys, I just want to say this is not a true representation of what Sloth is actually like. He's actually really entertaining. I find out by going into his streams. You know, when he's actually awake, he's a funny dude. He's an entertaining dude. He's a great streamer. So if this is your first time meeting Sloth, this is him in Sloth mode. But he also has a less Sloth mode, which is about 12 hours from now. If you tune in 12 hours from now, you'll find like a very entertaining Sloth.
It's a little known fact that in the very northern reaches of Australia, there is a colony of nocturnal sloths, of which he is the patriarch. So he leads his band of merry men through the jungle, and
we're manly men in tights.
He does not do mourning in any fucking capacity, so there's that.
No.
But all right, let's get the news out of the way because there is a little bit of Destiny 2 news. We can be excited about it. Let's quickly touch on the TWAB. There's some rebalances that are going to be done. What do you guys think about that? What do we make of it? Are we excited? Are we not excited?
What are the rebalances?
Well, so they are.
So what they're looking to do with in regards to multiplayer is the quick play matchmaking times will be shorter with less emphasis on skill. So everyone who was up in arms about skill-based matchmaking, about pub stomping one match and then getting destroyed the next match, blah 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 blah. They want to make it more on connections rather than skill-based.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry, they want to make it skill-based to sort of have the people who are complaining about the.
No, you said it right. You said it right the first time. Less skill matchmaking in quick play, so it's more casual.
Well,
yes.
It needs to be. I mean, otherwise it's not quick, is it?
It was way too sweaty before. I've got to close this door because Danny's hungover and she gives zero fucks at the moment. She's
0 fucks given.
Oh, I'm doing a podcast in here, Danny. Fuck you, Maddie. Maddie.
That's something we should touch on.
Yeah, we can leave that till later, bud.
We'll come.
And the so the competitive is more skill based rather than connection based, which is good.
Like, no shit. That's really the way it should be, isn't it? Like, for me, it was always a bit like in the beta anyway. It was confusing that the intensity of the games was the same across both categories. It was like they could have just called one countdown and one control, and you wouldn't have even known there was a difference in the matchmaking setup. So, definitely good news on that front for anyone who is sort of like. I mean, I guess that's my thing. I just roll in the Crucible without being particularly good at it. So, good news. Yes, big win. There are some tweaks and fixes that they've announced. So the Infinite Super Glitch, gone. The Warlock Glide Glitch is gone. Infinite Grenades Glitch is gone. Great news for everyone. Warlocks now have the same melee range as all the other classes. So, you know, if you're out there... That's Sloth
So-
overacting
Sorry.
because he's trying to hide the fact that he is actually a warlock. But
So everyone's exactly the same now for the mid
yeah,
range.
but I mean,
Good.
it does say that there are perks that extend it. Like it's not just that.
Okay.
Yeah, so the base range for melee is the same across the board, which is
Okay.
I like that. It makes me happy. So they have globally reduced the time it takes to charge your super.
In both PvP and PvE.
Yes.
Yeah,
Globally.
so
That's what
globally.
globally means.
Like, universally, globally.
Hey.
Hey.
They have increased grenade damage in PvE, which I mean, I'm kind of am a grenade person in Destiny 1. I don't really remember whether they were good or shit in the beta, really. I didn't play that much. And they have also increased power ammo drops in PvE, which I think was... A lot of people were upset about that because they felt like they were just whittling down bullet sponge bosses with primary weapons, and it was a bit of a chore, to be honest. So to get that
Really was,
additional ammo... Yes.
But yeah, this is as Winky has put in the chat, these are for D2. These are the results that have come out of the beta. Hopefully there are a few more things that come out of the PC beta which may refine them, but they are for D2, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get excited for D1. D1 is
Dead.
the adjustments. I'm not going to say dead because it's not dead. There's still a lot of people playing it, but the adjustments for D1 are done. No more.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I needed
27 days.
I feel like a kid waiting for Christmas, to be honest.
It is so bad.
I feel like
so
a kid
bad.
waiting for Christmas.
Yep.
I just really want it to
You
be
want
Christmas
me to
already.
show you something funny? I'll show you something funny. This is my life at the moment. I bought this.
I can't see it.
PS4
Just check.
today. It's a PS4. It's a white PS4, one of the 500 gig ones. I didn't go to town. I like white things. Why the Xbox One
Log confirmed racist.
But I have no games, and I don't intend on buying any games until Destiny 2 comes out.
Dude,
So
why didn't you get the collector's edition PS2? I almost said PS2, then I said PS3.
don't know.
What generation PlayStation are we at?
It's a
PS4.
PlayStation 4 Slim. It's not a Pro.
Yeah, I don't want the Pro. I decided I can't be fucked. Anyway.
He's not a smart man, Mylon. Just leave it.
I'm not. I really am not. So I'm just going to roll with what I do. And that's it.
Confirmed. Log likes slim white people.
And like slim white
Wow.
things, more like.
You know what? I'd be upset by this if I didn't completely ask for it in that stupid video that I put out on Twitter last night.
But he's so today. Mylon has touched it. Sassy and a whole bunch of people have been doing the things. Trials of Osiris. It is the last Trials of Osiris today, this weekend. It is an 18 map rotation. I was watching Mylon and a few other streamers prior to the podcast, and it seems to be the same shit, just at least it's going to be a little bit of a change. It's not going to be an anomaly where everyone's just going to be shotgun rushing or sidearm rushing or something like that. So I think it's going to be a little bit different. And I think they've sort of pulled out the stock.
I actually like the map rotations. It's cool, not...
Yeah.
Especially for someone like me that doesn't know all the call-outs. I sort of feel more comfortable just... It's all the same playing field for me. I don't know any of the maps or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
I've always found that like when we've been playing, we've done better on the weeks where it rotated. Yeah, or the Festival of the Lost when the jumpy spider thing was going on and there was no radar. Like that was a great week for us because we're shit at trials anyway and using
The no radar was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I love that for the
so
casual
many people got
scrubbers.
butthurt about it.
I didn't like the no radar thing, but that's just me.
Yeah, you just didn't
There
have
was
the old
fuck off. There was a also in the this week at Budgie as well. So we talked about it last week, and then Matt and I actually stayed on Skype for another 40 minutes or so talking about this.
Yeah.
So the D2 PC security third-party app compatibility. They've actually touched on this in the TWAB this week. So they published the article. Everyone was just like, how do we do it? But will these security measures, so they answered a few questions, so we'll just go through it. Will these security measures only impact third-party applications due to Destiny 2 PC beta? No. This will apply to the beta and the full Destiny 2 release. So we figured it out. If you're using, if you're using OBS, I'm not sure about XSplit, but if you're using OBS, Discord may not work all that well. Sorry, the Discord overlay where you can see people talking.
Yeah, the Discord overlay won't work.
That will not work. OBS, you must use. What did we figure it out was game capture.
Okay, yeah. No, so let me explain it for the layman. This took so long for us to get, and this is where I was getting confused. So when you're in OBS and you add a source, there's multiple ways that you can add your gameplay, right? Especially if you're on PC. If you're on PC, you can add it as game capture, which I think that comes straight from your graphics card, right? It comes from the PC itself.
Yeah, it does.
You can't do that. However, what you can do is if you're running it through an Elgato, you can still add it as a video capture device. Okay, yes. And you can see it like that. So what it doesn't support is when you add it as game capture under source. I think so this is why it said you can do a windowed mode. You can still do windowed, but then it would be display capture, right? Or it would be window capture. Correct. And people obviously don't necessarily like that because the quality is going to be reduced in comparison to a game capture or a video capture using your Elgato. And so this is where the whole 1 versus 2 PC streaming came into it. Okay, exactly. So that's what we got confused. It took us a long time because in my mind, game capture and video capture device were the same thing, and they're not. Video capture device is when you're using your Elgato. Game capture is when you're running it off your PC.
Yeah. So a question that you can go back through, reference this week at Bungie. We won't go through all of the questions, but this is something that came up on Twitter, and they've actually used some use and language in regards to that. So are third-party streaming and communications applications completely broken by the security feature? No. The only thing that will not work is what Matt just explained in regards to XSplit and OBS. And communications applications such as Discord, Mumble, Band, blah, 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 blah. If there's an overlay UI for it, it will not work. I think you're just going to have to live without it.
Yeah.
It's not completely broken. You've just got to sit down and figure it out and not go flying off the handle before you have all the information.
Yes.
I mean, you could manually add overlay. Like you could manually add, just like you add Twitch chat overlays. I mean, you could play in a windowed mode and still run through your Elgato. Like there's going to have to be some workarounds if you want those overlays in, and then you could manually put an overlay rather than using the feature or whatever of Discord. They just don't want people getting into the changing stuff in the game itself. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
So if you're running overlays, you're going to have to manually put an overlay on.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So, one other thing that I'd like to touch on before we go on to the community stuff for the week, and then we'll get into the AMA stuff in a sec, but we spoke about this as well. The Bungie.net account recovery. We spoke about this at length. It is, so if you linked your Battle.net to your Bungie account and not the other way around, everything would have been wiped. They are offering a service of recovering and relinking the original Bungie.net desired credentials. So make sure if you are one of those people, who linked your Blizzard to your Battle.net and it wiped it, it's not gone. Make sure you go to the TWAB, follow the link, and
It doesn't apply to anything that you've deleted, right? So don't even waste your time if you're like, maybe I can use it to get back deleted characters or anything like that. That it is specifically to fix the issue they had that was orphaning accounts in that Blizzard setup process. So, I mean, it's good news. It's why has it taken fucking the better part of a month to get there? I don't know, but it's a complicated thing, and I'm a very simple man, so I'm not going to pretend to understand it.
Yeah, we actually have some viewers in chat that happened too, and I think they've done that process. I'm just waiting to see if it actually worked for them or not.
Let us know. Tweet at us if you've managed to successfully recover your account. Let us know so that we can celebrate with you. I'll have a beer for every person who successfully recovers their account. I'll have a beer.
Yeah. You'll have a beer anyway. That's beside the point.
Come on, it's a token.
Guys. So we've also got we've also got the Bungie Bounty of the Week, which is versus the stream.
Last one.
This is the last one for D1 and versus the stream. Very, very good player. So make sure if you want to try and get at him and get the emblem, try and get on there for 12 p.m. Pacific on the 11th on Xbox, and the playlist is Clash. All right, so that is 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the 11th of August this year, obviously. So, make sure you get into that.
All right.
Did you just say this year?
I did.
This year. In 2017.
I mean, it is all
in 27. Shut your mouth.
It'll definitely happen this year.
Guys,
so what, boys?
We're really planning ahead. 2018 Merlin Games, Bungie Bounty, baby. January D2.
Let's just stop.
Yeah, but that's
and give some recognition to the fact that we've made it 40 episodes into this fucking crazy little journey that we're on without killing each other yet.
Oh, I think it's lucky that we don't live in the same state.
After you tweeted out, 3 different states help. After you tweeted out our private chat where you was like, oh yeah, fuck you, Zed. Like, don't listen to me then. And then like Matt and I both go, no, fuck ya. And you're like, oh, you bunch of shit cunts, eh?
That is not really the way. I mean, it's kind of the way we talk to each other. But I was clearly in jest. And if the cultural side of that is lost on you, just don't stress. I think we're all at the point now where we can literally say anything to each other, and it's fine.
We do like each other, guys. We do get on.
Before we get onto the AMA, the Crucible trailer drop this week.
That is yeah.
I saw that. It's good. I mean, I've had a lot of people tweet at me that Titan helmet because everyone knows how stressed I am about what helmet I'm going to use. I mean, I'll admit, I'm considering this new Titan helmet that looks like a KFC bucket with eye holes cut in it. It's wonderful. We'll see where we go from there. But beyond that,
I mean, there was a lot of videos made about how many exotics was in that. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I think everyone calls something they haven't seen an exotic, just so you can put exotic in the title of your video.
Oh, but that would be clickbait, Matt.
You reckon?
Of course.
All right, Lord Jedi.
But the only other really interesting thing about trying, apart from playing Spotto with exotics in that video, is the time to kill. And I think it's been confirmed that the time to kill was really short in that video, and I think it was just to make it quite fast paced. I don't think that reflects D2. I can't remember where I heard that, but I have heard that time to kill was not actual gameplay. Well, it was gameplay, but they changed it.
Fraud then.
Yeah, it was ridiculously quick. It was ridiculously quick from what we've been playing. It was like D1 quick.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I mean, I didn't read that much into it. I just sort of enjoyed it for what it was. I don't know what that song in it was. It was shit, but the rest of it I liked.
It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Do you know what? It wasn't worse though. It can never be as bad as a 1995 Mortal Kombat theme soundtrack.
Well, that was an experience for the week. I think we can touch on that in a minute. Because that was an example of me and why I should never watch Matt stream, because I just drag the general populace down with me. But I thought it looked great. I mean, especially the hunter at the end doing the bloody finger guns and all of that. I mean, hunters out there, they really needed cheering up, I think, and I think that was maybe the thing. Maybe Bungie realised that from here on in,
cheer up the hunters.
Life for hunters might be crap, so you can have this cool emote.
We got to cheer up the hunters.
And on, if you're out there listening, suck a fat one. I love him. He's such a
right.
All right, do we want to get into it, dudes?
So, ladies and gentlemen, as Log put out in his on the DDU Twitter last night, he made a silly video where called Mylan the offspring of Obi-Wan Kenobi and an encyclopedia, and called me an angry old man and couldn't read a children's book. We are doing an Ask Us Anything, an AUA, I guess you could say, and Ask Us Anything today. We're taking questions from Twitter, we're taking questions from the YouTube video, and we're taking questions from the Discord, guys. So we've got a bunch of questions to go. So why don't we get into it, ladies, gentlemen?
I'm just pulling up a question right now. I mean,
I got a couple here.
What we're gonna do? I'm gonna do the questions from the Twitter. Slothy's gonna do the question from the Dixord, and Matt's gonna do the question from the YouTube, and we'll all kind of keep an eye on chat. So if you're here in the real time, we're definitely not going to ignore you because you bothered to show up, which is important to us. But yeah, Matt, if you've got something you'd like to fire away.
Yeah, both from Callum Thompson and Hunter Ghost 115, basically asking how we all met each other. So, do you want me to? Why don't you start with the origins? Because you guys were friends before I met you.
Yeah, Sloth and I are clan buddies and have been for years now. If you go back to any video that I've ever put on YouTube, Sloth will be probably in there calling me a moron, which is, I need that. He's kind of like that my even keel. So
how did you initially meet though? Did you randomly meet in the tower?
Through the clan.
Actually, like I had just left a very disgusting, toxic clan, and saw this Australian Guardians Wanted or something for Terra Australis. So I was like, oh yeah, no worries. And I was just playing the game and in chat, and I think I got Log's eye because I told someone off to stop being an elitist pain in the ass in the on the Bungie.net chat.
Yeah, Sloth, moderator within a day.
And because there's nothing I hate more than must have 400 light and Galahorn and shit. No,
was this in the Discord or something?
No, it was in. We made a rule in the clan that basically with the group war shit, we wouldn't cop people coming in going, looking for someone must be max level with a Galahorn and all this sort of shit, and
just have elitist bots.
Yeah, just like if you're not here to fucking if someone doesn't have the stuff and you're not willing to help them, just fuck off.
Yeah,
that was basic.
So Log, did you create? So Log, you created the Terra Australis clan.
Yeah,
and then Log joined. No, then Sloth joined that, and that's how you guys met.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it was love at first here.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, how could you not?
I mean, we've been mates for a while, and I think it sort of cemented after we got blind, rotten drunk and did the drunk raids on Log's YouTube channel.
That was the coming of age.
I know what you mean. I feel like my relationship with a non-pig has been cemented by the New York drunk time.
The New York incident.
The New York incident that we will never speak about.
Yeah. That's. I mean, this. I guess. It was just I had an idea of like we're gonna do we started with Vault and we're gonna do Vault of Glass and just have a shot. Everyone has to have a shot every time we die, and it was the dumbest thing I've ever done. Honestly, I ended up so sick. But it was worth it because, like, you look at, Sloth was there, Keg was there, Cog was there, Tower, who's, it's kind of our, or at least a few of the core of our group. So it's, it was good fun. But, I mean, that's me and Sloth. Me and Matt, I'm trying to think of where. I think I messaged Matt, like, years ago when I first started getting into YouTube.
Yes.
Just simply based on the fact that he was Aussie and didn't sound like a dickhead. And I said, dude, this is what I do on YouTube. I'm not like, I don't want anything, but if you got a minute, have a look and just give me some honest feedback. And I think like from there, there's sort of been a little bit of a dialogue that built into a podcast somehow.
Yeah, I do remember what happened. So yes, you had been sort of floating around. And look, back in the day when I had a lot less subscribers, I would always add people and just talk to them or whatever. And I think something happened there. I would read every comment anyway and reply. And so you had sort of been floating around. I think it might have been Twitter though that you sort of reached out and said howdy.
Yeah, it was.
And I think you mentioned Terra Australis and all that kind of stuff. And then at that time I wasn't streaming yet. And so this was the bargain, man. This was the bargain with the devil. So and this was the Kara bargain. Log and Sloth showed me how to set up a stream and sort of taught me the ropes. And I said, dude, I am forever in your debt. And then Log was like, well, man, now that you mention it, let's do a podcast. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
I think, no. To be fair, I'm not that kind of I'm not that sleazy an operator. I think when you first started doing the streams, Matt, it was all really full on because we were, you were still finding your feet with it and all, and like the chats were pretty crazy. I mean,
When I first started, it was always at least 100 people, if not more, in the chat when I very first started. And, it's dropped off tremendously since then because people are waiting for D2. But when I very first started, there was a fucking lot of people in chat.
So I remember, I think you streamed and then. You streamed once, and then the next day you messaged me, and you're like, "Man, I can't even keep up with this shit.
I need fucking help.
Are you doing anything tonight? Can you come and just keep an eye on chat and answer, tell me the questions people are asking and stuff?"
Yeah. That's what I did. I had you read questions because I just gave the signal. I was like, I'm fucked. I just gave the signal like this. I need help. Like I'm sinking.
So then I think we were in there, and as it wouldn't surprise anyone now. I think that we started talking and fucking around and all of that, and there was a few people in the chat going, "Well, you should do a podcast," which is like where I kind of got the idea from. But
it was Logs, a secret account. You guys are really funny. You should do a podcast together.
That Log guy's fucking handsome too.
He's good, isn't he? Yeah. He's just got a horrible facial hair, that sort of thing. And I think I was introduced to you because Log couldn't make it to one of your streams, Matt. And he's like, he called me on Facebook Messenger. He's like, "Hey man, what are you doing tomorrow?" I'm like, "Fucking same thing I'm usually doing, nothing." He goes, "Well, do you want to come in and go speak to this Aussie dude?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right, no worries." So and then the rest is history. I think I was there when you modded Zach. I was actually there in the Discord or in the chat or whatever chat we were using when you modded Zach that first time.
The infamous mod, because I didn't even know this is how noob I was. I didn't even know firstly how to make a mod, and secondly, and so eventually, which happens when you've got 100 people in chat, someone comes in, just says F, I hate babies, blah 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 blah, racist slur. I'm just like, oh my God. And I was like, chat, how do I mod someone? And who would like to be a mod?
Yeah, but you couldn't have fallen on a better option, really, because Zach's there. Zach's the mod. Him and kind of guys like Danos and stuff like that. They're the mods. They're the dudes in our community that are known for being mods. So what a happy accident that he just happened to be there at the time, and he's a bang-up dude. I mean, we've since had him on the podcast, and we'll have to get him back.
Yeah, he came in and he just came and swung the sword, man, and just started banning people.
That's funny. I mean, people. That was with Sloth at the start of TA. He came in and he gave a guy an absolute spray, and I went, "I like this dude." And then I spoke to him a week later. I'm like, "Dude, do you want to mod help me control a group, because it's a big group, and we have the overseas stuff as well. So there's a lot of
there you go."
A lot of people.
That's the origin story. That's the DDU origins. Yeah. Episode 0.
Issue 0. Let's not go there.
Oh God.
So we'll get the next question from the Discord, and then we'll go to the video if that's all right, Log. Go to the Twitter, rather. Sure. So this is from Scrubbosaurus on the DDU Discord. What is your favourite raid encounter and why? Now, Log. What is your favourite raid encounter?
Mine's weird, and I'm probably going to upset people by saying this.
If you don't say Volta Glass, I'm going to quit
it's Volta Glass. It is Volta Glass. My favourite raid. But my favourite part of it is the Gorgons. It's such a weird thing, like the weird mechanic of you and your 6 buddies who've got to sneak around with your gun up each other's ass. Otherwise you're going to get spotted. And I remember when the first time I got there, I was like, holy, I have no idea how to even fucking cope with this. We had, I wasn't even looking up guides. I was just trying to everyone quick, just fucking run through. Didn't even know where we were going.
I feel you, Log. I feel you on that. I remember the excitement when no one knew the path through. Yeah. And it seems so simple now with hindsight, but people took hours to get through that maze. Yeah. People took hours. It had that sense of exploration that we don't always get in Destiny. So I think it filled a lot of that void for a lot of people.
I think the other thing too is that immediately after that you've got the steps down. And the first time we ever made it to that, my brother-in-law, he fucking died I'm not exaggerating here, probably 30 times. And every time he just absolutely, he was like screaming, throwing controllers around, and here's the rest of the clan just sitting down the bottom watching this dude plummet to his death over and over. But that's not even like, we weren't even fighting anything at all, but it was still one of those memories that I'm like, yeah, I hope Destiny 2 has elements of that, just the insanity of it all. That's mine.
Man. Well, I mean, mine's going to be Volta Glass. Favorite encounter? Look, it's only because of the play. This is a video that I actually uploaded to YouTube, and it was on Atheon or Atheon, depending on your accent. Atheon, and everyone died. This is still when like getting through the Vault of Glass was quite. Not everyone did it. You know, most people were getting. Most of the community were getting at least to Atheon, but not actually beating them. So we had like 2 or 3 people that had never completed it. Everyone went down with him like a bee's dick health. I self-resed Warlock and just spammed Solanades. Died. My Solanade kept going. Dropped Atheon. Everyone got their drops. It was just magical. And I uploaded. Actually, I've got the video somewhere. Actually, it's on my YouTube. It's just in private at the moment, but it's sitting there.
Nice. I'm gonna say that my favorite raid is definitely Vogue. My favorite encounter, however, is a Death Zambona in Wrath.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah,
good choice.
I do love it. I love playing the air guitar on top of it when it smashes through the wall.
Like the first when it was like when we started doing we do like a raid every week or so, like just in the clan, and Log's got the rock and roll. He's got his Infinite Lines helmet on. He's got his rock and roll emote. Keg's up there as well, and Tower's like sitting behind doing some weird emote because Tower's weird. But you know, it's I love the fact that it's always moving. It's an always moving encounter, if that makes sense. So the environment is moving. So like you've got tanks that come down and all that sort of thing. You've got the Death Zambona, which is rolling. You've always got to be moving the parts up and down. You've got one person who's got to go up and get mexes.
That is actually a really cool encounter.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that encounter. I really, really did.
See, I think we're going to get encounters more like that, right? Without so much DPS. Just with the way that the power ammo will be and like snipers and, you know, snipers being power ammo. I can't imagine. I imagine there'll be less sort of DPS boss in face. Do you think? Because it's all going to be primary. So. It's all going to be primary stuff.
No, I don't think it's going to be as primary as you think. That, and I think what a lot of people are kind of glossing over at this point is that secondary slot that we have has an elemental damage to it, and I think it's going to become far more important because while bosses might be bullet spongy, they might be more heavy on the shield front rather than the actual total health front. And when you consider that, you know, if you have the right gear, you have the right second, whatever it's called, the energy slot, I can't remember, I've just got a complete mental blank, then, you know, it becomes an incredibly effective weapon, something in the order of a special weapon from Destiny 2. So, I don't know.
Hey, let me know if you knew this, right? Because I saw this on Dado's video. Okay, did you know energy weapons do the same amount of damage regardless of the shield type?
What?
So if you use... No, I'm going to add the next bit, right? That's what I did. So what's the point, right? What's the point of using, say, a void energy on a void shield? If you use the matched energy type, the shield does an explosion at the end.
Oh.
If you don't, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Test it out in the beta.
So
I saw Dado put a video. I saw Dado and I saw video proof of this. That's all I'm saying.
If you've got a Minotaur shield and it's void.
Yep.
And you use the void fusion rifle or something like that. If you get the shield all the way down with a void fusion rifle, the shield explodes.
Yes. It breaks with an explosion.
And that damages the enemy?
It damages. I think it damages enemy and a tiny AOE.
Ooh, I like that.
It's a little bit like fire. It's a little bit like Firefly. They've got to be quite close.
Yeah.
I can cop that.
I like that a lot. That's awesome.
That kind of doesn't work for what I was suggesting in terms of the shield size and that. But totally, like I haven't seen this video. I also heard did they ever confirm that, like if you were on the right energy type weapon that if you were shooting someone that was in their super phase that was that type, that it did more damage.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Fuck yeah.
I remember hearing that. So if you've got like a Captain America and use a void weapon, you do more damage. I don't know though. No one's really spoken about that again. It was said. It was said by Bungie. I'm pretty sure it was said by Bungie in some form, but I don't know.
That's interesting.
Anyway, we should get back to questions.
This is what happens.
I mean, like we go off on tangents and we start talking about these sort of things because like as most people are in the chat and people who watch this may or may not be, like we Destiny fans and we like speculating on this stuff.
We're into it. We're kind of committed at this point.
Yeah, kind of.
I've got one from Toby, Mr. Happy Sad Ass, a good friend of the cast with all our streams and whatnot. This is a bit more of a fanciful one, but if you could have anyone in the world as a guest on the Destiny Down Under podcast, who would it be? Anyone in the world.
Anyone in the world.
In the world.
Anyone. Anyone in the world.
This harkens back to me and you talking the other night, Sloth, where I said that I would sack you if Pat Benatar decided she wanted to come on the cast. And that the only way Matt would ever get sacked is if he was to be replaced with Morgan Freeman.
If we're talking Destiny related people,
I think we're talking anyone.
Well, I mean, like,
you got
but what's his name? The dude that voices Zavala.
I was thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Akora? I mean, but why wouldn't you go for Kate? I mean, even Akora, man, she's badass. She's from Suits as well. I mean, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion. Lance
Riddick.
Dude,
I think he would suit the Australian podcast very well. That's the thing, though.
Really well. If we could get Fillion on, that would be ideal.
Fillion would, that would be amazing, but yeah.
It's about as likely as Matt being replaced by Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Well, not really, man. You know those Destiny Ghost Stories got bloody Eris Morn on.
Well,
There you go.
You make enough noise, people. If you're out there and you want Nathan Fillion on the Destiny Down Under podcast, go and rattle some cages. Get on tweeting.
Because, I reckon Nathan Fillion would do a beer bong on the podcast.
He'd do a shoey. Get him in here. We'll do a shoey. Fuck it. Nathan Fillion. If you guys tag Nathan Fillion, just say, hey, man, would you like to come on a podcast with a bunch of Australians and do a shoey with us?
Yeah,
that'd be great.
You do that.
That'd be great.
Because it'll only end well. I mean, he's only going to be in the new Marvel movies and shit, and so he's got nothing else going on. I don't know. I mean, I could take this in two ways. In that it could be Destiny related or not Destiny related.
Yeah.
Probably Destiny related. Oh, I don't know. Maybe John Wisniewski. Given that he's the Crucible dude, does all the weapons balancing, and he's also a metalhead, so I could probably imagine that's someone that I could talk to probably forever, which is dangerous. In terms of just anyone, maybe David Attenborough. I think he'd have some fucking insights. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't care about Destiny, but he could talk to me about anything, and I'd sit here and lap it up. So.
I reckon we could be live streaming. Tell me about that we're live, and he'd be like, "What do you mean we're live?" I said, "We're live. We're live streaming on Twitch." He's like, "What's Twitch?"
What's Twitch? Just imagine if David Attenborough is just like he's on Twitch every day, and he's just like, "Yeah, man, I watch the podcast every week," and he's like, we're just sitting there going, "Tell us about the periodic table of elements, David."
Tell us about the origins of man.
Hey, what about this? What about Steve-O?
Steve-O, yes. Yeah, that'd be odd. Yeah, Steve-O can come
dude,
anytime
he's making a comeback. He's actually a fucking funny dude, and he's an interesting character.
He seems either. He is nowhere near as stupid as
he's nowhere near as stupid. He should be dead, but he's nowhere near as stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, who's got the next question?
Is it back to me?
Before we go anywhere, you guys do the question, Matt, but I need to get some water because my throat is killing me because I drank too much last night. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
I drank too much. Feels bad.
Let me have a look at
Katy Perry.
this.
Yeah, I could have Katy Perry on the podcast. I'll probably be a bit distracted though. Just saying.
What gun? This is from WV11989. What gun would you want to return in D2? Main class. There's a lot here. Let me just reel off some. Maybe we can pick one.
Yep.
Main class for D2. Do Australians always drink and have barbecues? There's been a number of questions about favorite type of beer and drinking and barbecues.
I think we can lump them all together. I've got a few too. I've got
Why do you have a neck beard and not a proper beard? I think that's talking about you, Log.
Me? Yeah.
Is that talking about you?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Can't be me.
Genetics, man. I can't do anything about it.
And we look forward to any future law projects from like the comic book videos, etc. Okay. So maybe we can do gun and class as one question.
Yep.
Australian alcoholism, drinking, shower beers, and barbecues. And
wrap that all up in another end, like in a little bit.
Yeah. So barbecues and beer, Log.
Barbecues and beer. It's a fact here. It's a fact of life. I mean,
put a shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, no one calls shrimp here. They're called fucking prawns. But
prawns.
I mean, yeah. Like, I think that's probably the one thing that of us is portrayed accurately overseas. Like, everyone thinks that Australia is some kind of fucking death trap full of spiders and snakes, which to an extent it is, but, like, not where any of us live for the most part. I mean, I do have lethal spiders in the front yard, but, they fucking don't come in the house, so it's not a huge issue. But the whole beer, barbecue culture, the general laid-backness, I think the world probably has the right opinion of us.
That's pretty accurate.
I think it's.
I'm very odd. I don't really like beer. I drink spirits more than I drink beer, but that's also pretty Australian.
Get out!
I drink spirits more than I drink beer because I just don't want to get heaps fat.
Yeah, firstly getting heaps fat, and secondly, it just kills my head in the morning when I drink beer.
Yeah.
Kills my head.
Mr. Neil, DOD, I believe he's English, he asks, why are there no good Aussie beers? To which I will respond, you drink warm beer, you don't know what you're talking about, shut the fuck up. No, I mean, if you are in the UK and you think Foster's is an Australian beer, or wherever in the world, if you think Foster's is an Australian beer, you couldn't be more wrong. No one fucking here drinks it. I haven't seen it on tap in Australia probably ever. I don't even know that it's sold.
The last time I saw it was in 1992 on tap.
Yeah, we have. I don't know if it's the same around the world, but we have a real culture of boutique breweries and shit like that, bringing some pretty good beers up. For me, probably like something like 150 Lashes is up there. I love a good Lashes or a Fat Yak or something like that.
Fat Yak's pretty good.
Fat Yak or Lazy Yak actually. Keg put me on a Lazy Yak because Keg knows. He's been drinking for forever.
I'm not that picky. I don't drink boutique beers. I drink 4X Gold.
I don't
because
you're disgusting.
Yeah, it'd kill me. As a New South Welshman, it's just it'd kill me. For me, I drink pure blondes.
Don't drink fucking spirits. Get out of here.
Pure blondes, whatever.
Oh, what do you do on Tuesday nights? Beat women? Oh, that's okay.
Fuck. All right, you had more beer-related questions, Matt, did you? Was there anything specific that we haven't covered off on yet?
Who was talking about shower beers in Twitch chat? Julian.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I drink beers in shower, man. It's good. It's good.
Dude, shower beers are a thing. They're a big thing. They're a big part of my life.
I've actually got a built-in bar fridge in my shower.
Oh, dude, I would.
You guys don't know if I'm lying or not, do you?
No, I know that you're lying because I know that you live with a woman and that kind of shit just doesn't fly.
Just not fly.
I've been pushing for a bar fridge in here in the room I'm in now, but I mean it's a long shot.
I've got. Have you guys seen my globe that opens up with spirits in there?
No, you're gonna need to post a video on Twitter or something.
Oh, and you can see that. Oh,
yeah.
Can you see that globe?
I can see it. It opens up.
It opens up.
Oh, that is phenomenal.
And it's got glasses and scotch.
Of course you do have that.
So Julian asks if we're a fan of shower beer. Is it an Aussie invention, the shower beer? I don't know that it is. I'm a huge participant in shower beers of Friday afternoon. I'll get home and be covered in shit from work, jump in the shower, have a beer. But I'm probably not someone you want to model your life choices off. So
can confirm I've never had a shower beer, and I don't particularly want to either.
Why not?
Well,
It
because
warms your beer up.
Who wants to see Sloth have a shower beer? We'll put that video up.
Oh, next video, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
What's the next subscriber reward, Sloth?
I don't have any subscribers. Well, fuck that word, rewards.
Oh, I got one
words
for
are
you.
hard.
Julian says his first beer will be in the shower. So good on you, Julian. That's at least you got your priorities right. That's all I'll say. What else have we got? I'm sure there's more beer-related questions or food-related questions. We can probably just branch into that. Pineapple on pizza, dudes. What do you think?
I like pineapple and peanut pizza.
Bloody
It's
smack
fine.
asks. I think it's fine.
I love pineapple on pizza. Anyone who says that they don't like pineapple on pizza because fruit doesn't belong on pizza are a fucking idiot for one.
Well,
Because tomato is a fruit. Yeah. Tomato is a fruit and it goes on pizza. It's actually one of the base ingredients for fucking normal pizza.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Righto.
All right.
All right. Well, look, we're running towards the end of time. Matt's got to go and do his uni stuff. So, you got a last question you want to end on? I think there was something about if we could bring back one gun and what class we're going to play.
Yeah, main class D2, and if you could return one gun, exotic, one exotic.
Striker.
Oh, it just says gun, actually.
Striker, Red Death.
Ooh.
Red Death was my go-to gun for most of U1. It looks cool and it was pretty fucking strong back then. So, but definitely Striker. I will be striking the shit out of everything.
I'm gonna go golden gun. I've been enjoying golden. I'm sorry. I've been enjoying golden gun. I've been enjoying being that sweaty hunter. For PvP, I think PvE is different. I think hunters are gonna suck in PvE. So probably Titan. Probably Titan, Captain America in PvE.
Good boy.
Gun. What exotic? I really like Raise Lighter, so it's cool that we've seen Raise Lighter. I've always liked Raise Lighter as a raid weapon, as a PvE weapon. It's so satisfying, the Raise Lighter uppercut on captains and stuff. It is one of these most satisfying exotics to use, I think.
What about Dark Drinker? The old spin to win. Do we need that in new raids?
Dark Drinker, lore-wise, does not exist in D2.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Sloth.
Thanks for answering that. I didn't know that.
Because Shax has Raise Lighter, confirmed, one Will Breaker, one Shard. That's it. One exotic sword. Shax has got it, baby.
There you go. Right. Now we...
So just remind me of the question again.
Class.
What will be your main subclass, do you think?
Destiny
2.
All right. So I still haven't come up with a decision yet because I had a lot of fun playing as the pole dancer on the beta when we did that competitive thing with Mile and yourself, Man at Arms and I.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to make a thing out of that once Destiny 2.
That was a lot of fun. I like
monthly thing.
I love the fact that it's like I love the fluidity of the movement, but as a main, I'm obviously gonna go be a Titan, regardless of what you log or anyone else says. I've had a Titan since fucking day one. I've never deleted him out. I deleted it for a good cause. Blow it out your ass. So it was. So I'm going to play as a striker, and the exotic that I would like to try, that I'd like to take with me, I guess I could say, is probably Last Word. I like Last Word. Yeah, I really like Last Word. Really, really like the Last Word.
I would not have picked that.
Really.
Like, I was sitting here thinking, like, I would not have picked that. There you go.
Oh, I love the. It's viable to a degree. It's viable to a degree.
You think you know someone?
Look, all right. I feel kind of bad because we got so many fucking questions, and we only had time to answer, probably not even a third of them. But If you're on Twitter, hit me up on Twitter. If you want to ask me anything, I'll fuck around for the rest of the day. I'm going to watch the football and answer people's questions on Twitter. And if I don't know the answer, I will just flat out make something up. It may So, Matt's busy, but maybe hit Sloth up too. I'm not sure whether he's probably going to. You're going to stream, are you?
No, I'm not going to stream this afternoon.
You're going to stream tonight? Save it for trials?
Sloth only streams at night time, man.
Maybe, I don't know.
When he's most active. When he's most Sloth active.
Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up there. We're going to go pay a visit to fellow Aussie. Tamsin's on. She's streaming. She's doing the last trials ever, so we'll jump over there.
It's not Tamsin. It's Tasman.
Yeah, of course it is.
I actually had to fucking check that.
So we are going to go over there. We're going to hit up Tamsin. She's been a guest on. She's been a guest on the cast before. She's actually quite lovely, and we're going to go in there, spam g'day, because that's what we do.
We're doing
g'day raid.
We're doing the g'day.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the link.
Yeah, Sloth already got it. Here I am, just making noise in the stream, just for no reason. Good. All right. Well, that's us out for the week. Please go make some noise for us, and hit me up on Twitter, whatever. I'll answer your questions, and we'll see you same time probably next week. And Mylan, if you would please.
The law will find you. Every time.
Oh, the addition at the end. Oh. Goodbye. Go
Bye.
have a shower beer. All right. See you later. Bye.
Hey,